They begin the drive with Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That's taken at around the 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule. But you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 13. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Pulls it in at the 13.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Falcons 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
(21-3) is your score after one.
Score Eagles 21, Falcons 3.
Here we go, here we go. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Philly. 75 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. This is caught.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles 28, Falcons 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
On second down, they'll run it here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Warriors 17. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Jackson now.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Now Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 70. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Falcons 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Report.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This time they stay on the ground, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Fix the Eagles. 18, Pioneer.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Schwartz. Second down and 3.
Again, Jackson.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Falcons 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he'll just get rid of it. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When teams have a tough time running the ball, as this one has throughout this game, it's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. That's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kyle Pitts
With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
and the Eagles have got it on cruise control. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Okay,
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
60 yards.
and the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They'll set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
70 Rangers.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got room. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Ready. On the ball, on the ball.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Another carry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Let's go now.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Panther 11, get Cowboy 80.
On play action, they'll throw.
Got his man. It's London.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Left wing 19. 19 right. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Eagles, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a tough